Welcome to the ConnectUs short series on Apple management with MDM. Today we will begin our setup with creating an Apple push notification service certificate, which is going to be required by Apple to manage your iOS devices as a whole. You will need your login to your MDM of choice. Today we're going to be using MaaS360 for demonstration purposes, along with your managed Apple ID to gain access to the push certificate portal for this creation or renewal. Once you've logged in successfully to your MDM, which you'll see here in the demonstration, you're basically going to want to navigate to wherever this certificate is generated / held or stored within the MDM platform. For MaaS360, that would be under Setup and Services. It would then be located under the Mobile Device Management. As you can see, ours is already enabled. I actually have run this test within the last couple of days. However, this is something that does need to be updated every year, regardless of what account you're using. We would suggest using some account within your managed Apple Business Manager accounts. This way, if you do need to make any changes or if somebody does happen to leave the organization, other administrators would have the ability to come in and update this for the MDM platform to ensure that you would not need to have to unenroll and re-enroll devices should this expire or need to be updated to a different associated Apple ID. In this instruction tutorial, I'm going to go through a renewal process. The renewal process and the creation process are about the same, and I will just show some of the key differences. Today, you're going to see renew. Obviously, if this was not already set up, it would give you the option to go ahead and configure. But then we're just going to go ahead and step through the instructions here so that we can basically generate the information that's going to be needed for the Apple site. And provide us with the ability to go ahead and renew / create the account. So you'll start by putting in that Apple ID that you're going to use. We'll go ahead and generate a certificate. This is called a certificate signing request. It's a TXT file. You'll go ahead and download this, and you'll want to store this somewhere where you can easily find it. So we'll go ahead and put it in our downloads, and as you can see, I've done this a couple of times now already. We're then going to go ahead and be navigated to the Apple Push Certificate portal. So simply we'll go ahead and take this. We'll go ahead and plug in that Apple ID. And in doing so, we'll just need to go ahead and log in one time here so that we can have a look at the environment. Now, the nice thing about the certificate is if you do want to update it prior to the year end, you're welcome to update it anytime during its total active status. The only thing you want to ensure is that you're not allowing this to expire. If you were to allow this to expire, it would require you to unenroll and re-enroll all devices if you do not get this updated within the grace period. There are active notes that you can put, as you can see from the updates that we've been doing, so that if you wanted to keep track of it or if your organization had multiple MDM vendors. In this purposes, you would normally create new, and this would make you read those terms and conditions so that you could go ahead and set up the Apple Push Certificate portal. In our instance, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're just going to do the renewal. This way you guys can still see what the process looks like and ensure that this is something that you guys can help set up on your end if ever needed from the organization. So bear with me for just one moment while I log in here. And so from a renewal, same steps as when you do a creation, we'll go ahead and update the notes here. It's basically going to ask us to pull that CSR file. As you can see, I have multiple, so I just need to make sure I get the most recent one that's provided by the MaaS360 portal. We're going to go ahead and do an upload. Mobile Device Management is what the service is for. The vendor of IBM is Fiberlink Communications, that's who they purchased a few years back. And then we're just going to go ahead and download that certificate. At this point, we're all done with this portal, so we can go ahead and jump back over to the MaaS360 portal. This will allow us to continue through the process. We'll go ahead and finalize by adding that MDM certificate that we just downloaded, which is typically a PIM file. And then you just need to encrypt this with a password that meets the complexity shown at the bottom here. So let's go ahead and just get this set up. Now, once you've uploaded the certificate, you're actually good to go. The portal is going to go ahead and take that information. You'll get some emails if you're the administrator logged in. And from here, you are now ready to go ahead and start building out at least the portion of policy and different setup functions within the MaaS360 portal to start your iOS management and project. I hope this was very informative and helpful. Should you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to us at mdm@connectuscorp.com. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.